You are listening to the Pacers Report with Mike Rich, and it's only on the Central Indiana Sports Report. If you are interested in talking about the Pacers, we would like to hear from you. We are looking to build on our already talented group of hosts and contributors. If you are interested, I'd like to talk to you. Just send me an email, greg.mengel@gmail.com. Experience doing this is wonderful, but not necessary. The necessities are that you are a Pacers fan, watch every game, and can talk about it. Welcome back to the Central Indiana Sports Report Pacers fans for this week's Pacers Report with Mike Rich. The Pacers had games back-to-back nights, both losses, both pretty ugly. They now stand at 6-23 through 29 games as they head into a couple-day break here. And just wanted to get Mike's kind of temperature, how he's feeling. Mike, I kind of came into this season saying it was a win-win, that every win that they get is a sign of a good franchise, a good, mature franchise. Every loss is good for the draft lottery. But part of the equation was that Jarace Walker was part of the future and that Benedict Mathurin was going to have good trade value, and I'm starting to worry about those two.
I agree 100%. I don't see somebody giving up a nice haul for Benedict Mathurin right now. He's just too inconsistent. Jarace Walker hasn't stepped up. I just think overall it's just overwhelming for our offense. I just don't think having a player like Tyrese Halliburton on the court, I mean, it's like driving a car without an engine right now. He was the engine. He generated the offense. The pace is slow. The defense, any defense we play against is set up or slow. Not a lot of ball movement either. And I think it's too much on Nembhard, and I think it's too much on Siakam not having a floor general on the floor that's running that offense. And we're seeing it. And I agree. You're seeing some signs of hope with some of the players. I thought we would see more with Jarace Walker this year, like you were saying, but I've been really impressed with Furphy. I'm happy to see his growth. I'm really looking forward to the draft. We're one step closer to Dibonsa or Boozer or Caleb Wilson. We're gonna have a top 5 pick. It's not gonna get any easier for us. I don't think there's a rotation that's gonna work. I don't think there's anything they should do before the trade deadline, unless they're going to get rid of players for draft capital. That's my feelings at this point in the season, and we're over a third of the way through the season.
I agree with you, Mike. I think it's mostly positives that they're 6-24. Mostly a good thing. I am a little concerned about some things. Number one, Pascal Siakam, Andrew Nembhard, Aaron Nesmith, TJ McConnell. Don't worry about any of them. They're not concerned. They're going to play their role. They've been great. Nembhard's been fantastic. He just doesn't have enough around him to do what he does best. The bad thing is there's really nobody else that you want to be part of this future that I can see right now, except for, as you mentioned, Johnny Furphy, maybe, and another one, Cam Johnson. But the rest of this team, Jarace Walker, does he look like a guy who's going to be a part of the future? I know he's still young, but he's regressed. Not only has he not made the leap that we expected with getting the playing time, he's regressed and regressed pretty significantly. Jay Huff, Ethan Thompson, these guys, Quentin Jackson, Garrison Matthews aren't really a significant part of the future.
I don't see them as a significant part of the future. It's players filling in by committee. It's that next man that we can get to play mentality. It's not next man up that's being developed in our G League and coming up. It's just we're so thin with injuries, and it's been difficult to find the right chemistry. And you're not going to have the right chemistry. The team last year with Obi Toppin, Tyrese Halliburton, Nembhard, Siakam, the chemistry was right. And Halliburton he complements Nembhard and Siakam and so well. And it evolves their game. He makes them better in the roles that they play.
Nembhard can. I just don't think there are players to do that for. Hopefully it would be Mathurin, but he's just really looked out of sync.
No, he's just inconsistent. He can get over 30 points one night, and then he's going to score 14, 15 and turn the ball over and be a liability on defense. And his value is going down. And if there's anything they can get for him at the trade deadline, make the move. Trust in Pritchard and make the move. Keep the key pieces that you want for the future, and start researching the draft, because you're going to be in the lottery.
I'd really like to see these minutes rather than going to Ethan Thompson and Jay Huff and James Wiseman and Tony Bradley and Garrison Matthews. I'd really like to see what we have in Johnny Furphy. I know he's really young. I know he's not ready. We're going to see a lot of raw basketball from him. But the same with Cam Jones, Talon Peter. At least give these guys a shot that you draft that are NBA level talent. We know they were drafted to be that. I'd much rather see them play than these fill-in guys at this point.
I'd rather see the development of what you've drafted. And what we've seen from Jarris Walker is what we drafted is not what we're getting. He was a 6th or 8th overall pick. I think we traded back or whatever to get him, and he's not a top 6 pick. He's not producing. And he had a lot of promise last year. We both thought, coming into this year was going to be a big year for him, a big opportunity, and he's been a flop.
Early on, he looked like exactly the player we were talking about.
And I think seeing Furphy over the summer develop in the summer league and then continue to grow, and he's getting bigger, he's getting stronger, he's getting better. If you're not going to win, why not let him play and get the minutes? Let him get the minutes against good competition and get better. And again, you build for the future. You're not building for this year. Stop worrying about this year. Stop worrying about the next game. Just get the minutes for the players that need it for the future.
Yeah, I understand that Cam Jones probably isn't ready for NBA minutes right now, but I'd also like to see him out on the court.
Yeah, why not?
Second round draft pick. There were a lot of rumors that they liked him to be a Nembhard type player, and hopefully eventually be Nembhard's backup. A better Ben Shepherd is what you're hoping from Cam Jones. And so let's see it.
I started watching some highlights and clips of some of the top picks, and Dibonsa is phenomenal. If there's an opportunity, he's physical, he's an inside presence, he likes to take it to the rim. Boozer, both. He's got an outside game and an inside game. I think either one of those individuals would be fantastic matched up with Siakam and Tyrese Halliburton next year. I think Caleb Wilson is also fantastic.
I think Caleb Wilson has the most upside of any of them. But Darren Peterson's getting a lot of comparisons to some of the best players in NBA history from Kansas. I have to start to question his toughness, since he's saying, he has to be 100% in order for him to play a college basketball game.
Yeah, I thought the same. I question the toughness, and that would be concerning. And he's not going to bang inside. He's going to shoot outside, and he's going to get a shot. He gets off a great shot, but I want somebody that's We need somebody inside. We got enough people to shoot the ball outside.
Darren Peterson passing a hand, though, might be a huge mistake if you were in position to take him. I'm just saying he might be that good. But DeBonsa is fantastic at BYU. Everything that the Pacers want and need. Cameron Boozer, same thing. And then we've been talking about it for a long time. Caleb Wilson, he's 6'10", he rebounds like crazy, and he kind of just walks on air. He's got that natural gift that when you see a basketball player, you this guy's going to be different.
This guy's different. Yeah, I agree.
And he's still raw with his game, but he's still producing as someone with raw gifts. You see a lot of 22-point, 15 rebound games. Now, North Carolina's not winning. I understand that. You're getting comparisons with Jermaine O'Neal. I like that comparison. Very good comparison. A little more athletic, I think, even than Jermaine O'Neal. But that's what you're talking about with him.
I think any of the top 4 or 5 players in the draft are going to fit really well with next year's team. It does. I don't think it even matters. And I mean, we're coming up on the new year. March Madness is just a few months away. We're going to see these college players grow, and we're going to, hopefully the cream's going to rise to the top, and we're going to find out, who's going to be our best option. And we got this is a great year to not be good.
Great year to not be good. And it's a deep draft, by the way, with some potential to get another draft pick or two with some trades. I have a feeling that those are the 4 guys right now, but I have a feeling that someone else is going to join them because there are just 15, 16 deep, really good basketball players in this draft.
True. And man, Smith from Purdue, too bad he's not in that group and not going to be someone.
Hey, second round, man.
Second round, though. That's what I'm thinking. I'd love to see Braden Smith on the Pacers as a second round draft pick. And
I'm telling you, he can be a T.J. McConnell with more talent.
Yeah.
The comparison I've been making for a long time is Scott Skiles, who had a really nice NBA career. Might even be more athletic than Scott Skiles. I think he's going to be a good pro.
He's having a phenomenal year at Purdue, and it's just going to get better. I'm super excited about the later part of the college season, getting into the Big Ten matchups, and looking forward to playing IU, and that'll actually be, I think, a pretty good game, both games. So I'm pretty excited about that. So I'm really, again, just excited that, there's a lot of talent coming up. And again, this draft is going to be, I think Kevin Pritchard has got a good opportunity to make some really good moves, and look at what we got and look what we can trade and build in the draft. Stay young.
All right, Mike, I want to play a little game here. I'm going to go through the Pacers schedule. Stop me when you hear the next win, all right?
God.
Friday, December 26th, Boston at home. Saturday, December 27th at Miami. The 29th at Houston. New Year's Eve, Orlando at home. January 2nd, San Antonio at home. January 4th at Orlando. January 6th, Cleveland at home. January 8th at Charlotte. January 10th, Miami at home.
I would say maybe Charlotte, but
they've played some really shorthanded teams and still lost.
Well, tonight, that is one of the frustrating things about this team is they're playing teams that have injuries as well. I thought they were competitive last night against the Celtics. That was a great 3 quarters. They were competitive. They were super competitive against the Knicks. It came down to the last second shot by Brunson. I love seeing that fire in some of those big games. And that's what they're going to have to play for. They're going to have to play for, stepping up to that better competition. The only team I think they've probably got the series on is the Bulls this year.
That's not a bad Bulls team either.
No, it's not a bad Bulls team.
All
But
right, so I'm going to keep going here. January 12th, Boston. January 14th, Toronto at home. Toronto's really good. Here you go. January 16th, New Orleans at home, although
they smoked us
just
by,
lost
what, 19?
points at New Orleans, though. Then at Detroit, at Philadelphia, at Boston, at Oklahoma City, at Atlanta. Then you have the
Maybe.
Bulls and Hawks at home. So
I'm thinking Wednesday, January 28th is probably their best opportunity to win against the Bulls.
Hey, Mike, we're going to be doing a lot of talking about Duke basketball and BYU basketball and Kansas basketball this year.
We are, and
unfortunately,
and that's okay. And that's where my mind shifted to. I mean, as a Pacer fan, you want to see him do well, and you want to see him win, but every day, every game, I really want to see them come out and perform, and I want to see them win at the end of the game. If I have to give up one season for a spectacular, great future and potential of getting back to into the playoffs and competing for, a championship, this is just the path we're going to have to take right now. And
we don't have any choice.
No, we don't. And it's okay. There's just some things you just can't change. And this team is going to be night in and night out, probably outmatched. The benefit of that is those players continue to get better. They come out and they do everything they can to win the game. And I still see them playing hard. I like that as a fan, that they're giving up every
Tuesday night, the Milwaukee game. It wasn't max effort for sure, but I thought there was a lot of effort, and I thought there were about 4 or 5 plays that the Pacers played really well, and Milwaukee made a lucky shot or got a bad call, and it just kind of took the air out of this team.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what you're going to have when you're short.
And mentally, it's got to be weighing on them, and
shouldn't be.
No, it shouldn't. They should move to the next game, and they should be feeling just like us. Let's go out and give it our best effort. If we win, great. We're showing improvement. If we lose, we're down a lot of players. We have a lot of injuries. Our best player on our team is out all year. This makes it better. It makes us better for the future, and
And I'll say this, as a Pacers fan who's going to watch every game no matter what, there are some things still to watch. And the development of Jarace Walker and Benedict Mathurin are still important. It's kind of exciting. Potential development of Johnny Furphy is very important. And again, I think Cam Jones, watching what he does the second half of the season. And then when you throw in Aaron Nesmith and Obi Toppin, what happens? Then I think you're going to be competitive with teams. And I think you want to see that toward the end. I think even if it costs you a spot in the draft, you want to see some positive momentum at the end of the season.
I think the Obi Toppin being down has been a really big loss this year. Nesmith being down has been a big loss.
Energy-wise, for sure.
Mather's been injured. Nembhard's been injured. A lot different than last year. We experienced the injury bug early last year. We overcome it, and I don't see that happening this year with this team, but I do see us potentially getting better after February. Toppin hopefully comes back in mid-February and gets his legs under him. We see a glimmer of hope for the future there too, and maybe that makes Mathurin better. Hell, Mathurin continues to play like this, we can get him probably pretty cheap.
By the way, we keep talking about all this college basketball. How much you want to bet that at the end of the day, Kevin Pritchard uses that draft pick to get a player?
It better be a really good player.
Yeah, it would have to be, wouldn't it?
You're mortgaging your future on...
I'm talking about a top-level player. I'm talking about a first-team All-NBA player. I think that's in the works. At least when Matherin had really good trade potential, that seemed to be in the.
It would have to be someone really good because you're going to get one of these rookies coming out of this draft that's a potential franchise player, and you're
No, but
getting
are
them
they
on a rookie
ready?
contract. I
I
mean,
know, but are they ready to help a team that's ready to win a championship now is the question. And we know adding a star player to what we already have would, without question, make us a championship contender.
I mean, it's Pritchard's MO to trade, and he does. I mean, he does well with trades, and
he does way better with trades than he does with drafts.
he
Better.
does. And those top 4 or 5 picks in the draft, I mean, there's going to be a lot of questions in that room debating on who to take, and not all 4 of them are potentially going to be those franchise players. It's still a pretty risk. So do you take something that you have guaranteed that's a franchise player that's already playing in the NBA and use that draft capital to get that? Again, it has to be the right player. It has to be somebody that's going to put us in the favor to be in the Eastern Conference Finals next year.
It sure would. Right. Tyrese Halliburton could be that guy. But
and this season has to make him look that much better.
It does, doesn't it?
I mean, the most underrated player last year, all that hype going around him, and he took the best team in the NBA, still the best team in the NBA, to Game 7 and half of a first quarter, and he was on fire. And now his team is 6-24. That's a big difference maker.
Sure is. Can't wait to see him play basketball again.
Mike, he was shooting tonight. He's dunking and stuff too. I've seen highlights of him dunking, but he was out pregame warm-ups shooting, which was good to see. Hey, I was talking to a friend today, and we were talking about those soft tissue injuries and thinking back in the 80s, 90s, it didn't seem like we saw as many as those soft tissue injuries.
Didn't.
And what we were thinking about is look at the shoes that they wore over their Achilles. And look at the shoes they wear now. They're wearing low tops versus the high tops. I'm wondering, would high tops be more support on that Achilles, or is it just the speed and the strength of these players just putting all that pressure on that Achilles to pop and rupture them? But
they would know how to prevent that by now. Mike, of course, you have a beautiful family. Tell me what your family traditions are at Christmas.
We're in our traditions now. We like watching all the Christmas movies and things like that. So we've watched Charlie Brown, and we've watched Frosty and Rudolph and all of that, and Elf, and so we watch all the Christmas movies. And then Christmas we spend at home.
Lots of family time for you and lots of time off to talk about the Pacers. So let's do that.
Let's do it.
Thanks so much, Mike. Merry Christmas, and my best and my love to your family.
Hey, same to you. Merry Christmas, and I will talk to you soon.
Thanks so much to Mike, and thank you for listening. Always appreciate it. Please do us a huge favor. Share this podcast with a Pacers fan in your life and help us spread the word. The Central Indiana Sports Report is talking about what Central Indiana sports fans are talking about every single day. And please do us a huge favor and have the best Christmas ever.
Central Indiana Sports Reports brought to you by TG Media and I Love Susie.